All right, settle in, folks, because today I want to talk about a modern form of torture that doesn't involve physical pain, but it'll make your brain want to pack its bags and leave your head. I'm talking about the automated phone assistant. Now, I try to be a man of peace. I like to sit here on my porch, listen to the birds, and watch the grass grow. It's a simple life. But yesterday, the cable company decided to poke the bear, and let me tell you, that bear is now officially awake. It started because our internet went out. Now, I don't need much internet. I use it to look at pictures of old tractors and check if the weather is fixin' to ruin my tomatoes. But Abby, she likes her British bake-off shows, and when the screen went black, she looked at me like I was the one who personally cut the wires with a pair of rusty scissors. So I did what any good husband does. I picked up the phone. I dialed the number expecting to hear a person, maybe a nice lady named Linda who'd ask me how my day was going, but no, instead I got her, the robot. That voice that sounds like a woman who's been trapped inside a toaster for 20 years and is surprisingly calm about it. "Hello," she chirps. "I'm your virtual assistant. In a few words, tell me why you're calling today." I said, nice and clear, "My internet is deader than a doornail, and my wife is staring at a blank screen. Fix it." There was a long silence. I could hear the machine thinking, probably calculating how much more of my life it could waste. Then she says, "I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Did you say you're looking for a recipe for blueberry pancakes?" Pancakes? Folks, I felt my collar getting tight. I said, "No, I want a person. I want a human being with a pulse and a social security number. Representative, representative." And you know what that machine did? She had the nerve to say, "I can help you faster if you just tell me your problem. Are you calling about breakfast specials?" Breakfast specials. I was staring at the wall, wondering if I'd accidentally called a 24-hour diner instead of a multi-billion-dollar tech company. I started shouting representative so loud the neighbor's dog started barking. I was hitting 0 on the keypad like I was sending a telegraph in the middle of a war zone, but the machine just kept going. "I see you're pressing buttons. That won't help. Please tell me in a few words." When I was coming up, a phone call meant something. You'd pick up the receiver, you'd talk to an operator, and they'd plug a cord into a hole and connect you to another living, breathing soul. There was a thing called service. Now, they build these digital walls around themselves so they never have to hear a customer's voice. They don't want to help you. They want to exhaust you until you just hang up and keep paying the bill. So I decided to get creative. I remembered my son telling me that these robots are programmed to recognize distress. So I cleared my throat and I started faking a coughing fit. I'm talking a real lung buster, the kind that makes you think I've been smoking 3 packs a day since the Eisenhower administration. Nothing. The robot just waited. "I'm sorry, I still didn't catch that." Then I tried the waterworks. I started sniffing and whimpering into the receiver. "Oh, it's just so sad," I sobbed. "The screen is so dark, and I'm so lonely." I felt like a fool, folks. A 74-year-old man crying to a piece of plastic. And you know what that robot said? "It sounds like you're having trouble. I found a list of local therapists in your area. Would you like me to read them to you?" I almost threw the phone into the bird bath. I realized then that you can't outsmart something that doesn't have a heart. You can't appeal to the mercy of a machine that's programmed to give you a pancake recipe when you're reporting a technical failure. Finally, after 40 minutes of what I call digital purgatory, she says, "I'm connecting you to a representative. Your wait time is 45 minutes. And then came the music, that hold music. It sounds like a flute being played by someone who's falling down a flight of stairs. I sat there listening to that flute, staring at the ceiling, and I realized this is the world we built. We traded people for efficiency, but nothing about this is efficient. It's just lonely. By the time a real person finally answered, I'd forgotten why I'd called. I just wanted to ask him if he was real. "Are you a human?" I asked. He sighed, and he sounded so tired that I knew he was definitely one of us. Anyway, the internet is back on. Abby is happy. But I'm still sitting here thinking about that robot. She's probably still in there, waiting for the next poor soul, so she can offer them a pancake recipe. Progress, they call it. I call it a tragedy with an automated greeting. If you've ever found yourself screaming representative into a phone until your face turned blue, do me a favor, hit that like button. It's still free, and I promise a real person will see it. Leave a comment and tell me the most ridiculous thing a phone robot ever said to you. Y'all take care and stay off the phone if you can help it.